Take me out to left field. Give me a shot of Fireball. Give me some high fives from Mark Pena and a hug from Jeff Cross as we stand on top of the tables. Hearing the horns, that's a blast. For it's 1, 2, 3 shots from the cannon with the ladies of left field.
Hey y'all, it's game time with the ladies of left field, and this is Katie starting us off, and I'm also here with Jordan.
Hi.
And Casey.
Hi.
All right, we got lots to talk about today, some good football, some bad football, but we're going to get it started with that Major League Baseball. We are in full-on playoff season. It's super fun. We are now into our 5-game series. The wild card was only a 3-game series. And so now we're into 5 games. The Dodgers are really holding on to a lead. They are 2 games up on the Phillies. The Brewers are killing the Cubs, man. The Cubs were up. The first game was just dominant by the Brewers. It was even hard to watch. We were had it on before the Longhorns game. We were like, that's good. Just turn it off. It's no need to watch anymore. But then last night on Monday night, the Cubs went up early. We were feeling really good, and man, the Brewers just came back. So the Brewers are up 2-0 on the Cubs, but hopefully the Cubbies can kind of at least make it interesting. The Blue Jays are dominating. The Blue Jays, are like one of the best teams in baseball pretty much the whole season. But yeah, they're beating the Yankees, so that's good. The most kind of interesting series so far is the Detroit Tigers and the Seattle Mariners. They're both tied now at 1 game apiece. So here we go. This is Tuesday. We're recording on a Tuesday, so by the time this airs, you'll know a lot more of kind of what's happening. But the Mariners are facing the Tigers in Game 3 tonight, and the Yankees are also playing the Blue Jays tonight. So the Yankees could be out of it by the time this airs. So we'll stay connected. The next round is for the American League and the National League champions. Those move to 7-game series. So it increases again another 2 games. And then the winner of the National League and the winner of the American League move on to the World Series. And that's your final 2 teams. And the winner of that is the Major League Baseball champion. So super fun. The World Series is 7-game series as well. It's really fun to watch. It's super competitive. So baseball's good right now. Who wants to tell us about football? The good football. Are we going to start with the good football case?
I will jump in here with the Dallas Cowboys getting a good win. Granted, it was against the Jets, who were undefeated. I mean, winless, not undefeated.
Duffington.
Yeah. And but anyway, the Cowboys still looked good, especially in my opinion, especially with 4 offensive linemen now. I mean, that was like when I saw that pop up on the screen right before the game, I had a panic attack. But those guys kind of just came in there, and Dak was looking super sharp. The Williams running back is still definitely good. And then we had the receiver Flournoy. Is it Flournoy? Flournoy, I think that's how you say it. He was awesome. So I'm impressed that we're looking less good without CD. I think that I've seen we're either the number 1 or number 2 offense, at least, kind of stat wise going through things. Pass rush is definitely improving. So hopefully the defense can continue to just kind of be a bend but don't break kind of defense. That's how I felt like they were. That Jets had a good first drive all the way down, but then we held them to a field goal. And then that was the only time they had a lead. We took over after that. So that was a good thing there. And I did look up to see, just out of curiosity, DeMario and Overshone's, what they think. And there wasn't anything really specific out there. So I think it's basically still just going on that mid-November-ish type thing, going on the time frame of being a year out, from that type of ACL injury. He has been quoted as saying his knee feels great, that he's running good and doing good, feeling great. So I'm sure he's going to be one of those that's trying to push the envelope on getting back, but we'll see. But anyway, the Cowboys are, we have 2 wins. So I'm go momentum.
Take it. And y'all, so has anyone looked to see where Dallas is next weekend?
Are they in Carolina?
They're at Carolina.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. I forgot about that.
And so I was thinking about going. Of course, Carolina had to go and win their game last weekend, so now tickets are getting more expensive. But
Right.
I will at least be in the vicinity, if not in this stadium, for that.
Fun.
I also don't know, depending on how Texas OU goes, if I'll be if I want to go put myself through that.
Right, same in
You
mind.
never know. You never know when Carolina's going to show up too, since they won their first game or they beat the Falcons. Like they shut out the Falcons actually, and so Carolina may be slowly getting better again. Who knows?
Well, also, I would say the Cowboys also didn't have Turpin. Remember that was also
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. That's
So-
right. Jaden Blue finally saw action. With special teams, so that was good. So yeah, it was like I was happy.
And we saw a bunch of the Longhorns in the Denver game. There's a ton of Longhorns on the Broncos. So
yeah, that's true. Who did I forget was maybe
There were
Brandon
Longhorns
Jones?
kind of
Is he
all over
there?
the place.
Yeah.
In the NFL, because you had Ja'Day Barron, who made plays for the Broncos, and then Bakuba, I think, had a penalty for the Eagles, so that helped us, that those of us that were rooting against the Eagles. So that was it.
I did see his name come across. That was good.
Yeah. I don't know if he was actually the one or not, but his I remember him being on the on TV, and I was like, oh well, sorry.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey.
and also, I mean, I was kind of dumb, but like there are no more undefeated teams in the NFL.
Right.
Yeah, because my Bills lost.
Oh, and for last night, Monday Night Football. Sorry,
The Jags.
I was not expecting that. I had not watched any Jags football, so I had no idea. But
Me either.
like,
I
are they?
I didn't know their record, and I was like, whoa.
Yeah. So that was interesting. The NFL could actually be interesting this year. Like it's finally that time where you're not like, all right, Kansas City's going to beat everybody except Buffalo. Or Buffalo's going to beat everybody except Kansas. Like
Right.
So, but the Ravens are have one win this season. Insane.
Yeah.
So yeah, NFL should be interesting. It's kind of exciting. Like every Sunday now, you're like, all right.
I think I feel
one
like
game.
all the Sunday night and the Monday night games so far have been good. They haven't been like boring, where you turn them off and maybe like, ugh. I was like, I really had no real dog in the fight. Well, I mean, I wanted to watch Kansas City because of Xavier, all that kind of stuff.
Right.
But then all of a sudden, that was a back and forth, lots of exciting plays. I mean, that how Trevor Lawrence stayed up and scored that touchdown was unbelievable. Considering Patrick Mahomes had pretty much made a play similar on the drive before where he basically, his knee was like inches from the ground. He used his fingertips to keep him up, and then he ran and scored and got a first down. So for Trevor Lawrence to do that, I was like, ooh.
All right.
Elon Patrick Mahomes moves there.
Well, I also love too, because right when I tuned in, I think was when it was pretty sure fourth quarter, and Trevor Lawrence was trying to go. It was the fourth down where he was trying to go over the goal line.
Oh,
just had it punched straight out, and I was like, "Oh no, here you go!" Like you can't just be willy-nilly throwing the ball out there at the goal line.
Yeah, I think that might have actually been in the first half. I think that might have been.
Was it? Oh, I watched more of that game than I thought I did.
I think that might have.
It was like I turned it on, but I was still doing laundry and stuff.
Right.
So it's like I don't really pay attention.
I mean, and they had that interception return. That guy ran that. I mean, he intercepted when the Chiefs were going in to try to score, and then he ran that thing back 99 yards. I mean, he got past everybody and then just flew down the sideline. It's like,
yeah.
So anyway,
good games. You're right.
Yeah, NFL has been very entertaining, which is fun.
I'm glad. I know. I agree. I like that also because my fantasy team still sucks. So now I'm just watching games because they're good.
Same.
Yeah, mine. I thought I had made a comeback Sunday night, and then we were down to, and then Stephon Diggs went off for Cassidy. So I seem to be the golden charm for playing the team that's not doing well, and they can go and beat me.
Mm-hmm.
So we both had kickers. We both had kickers last night, and I was like, dang it.
Y'all, and I think I'm playing. No, who's Underwear Dogs? That's not Shelly. That sounds like a Shelly name, but that's not.
Who is it?
So
no No, is that Lauren or is that? That's not Stacy.
It's not Stacy. It is Lauren. Okay. Sometimes I forget you can tap the name and it tells you who it is. Anyway, we'll see. Man, I am just like quarterbacking by whoever I can happen to find. I did attempt to pick up. So hopefully neither of you did. Joe Flacco off of the waivers today, since he was traded to Cincinnati.
No, take him.
At least he's got some guys who can catch the ball potentially.
And finally, Jamar Chase did have a good. I mean, he had a great game. They got beat, but obviously Browning was able to throw the ball. You know, but Detroit beat them. So anyway,
it was fun on Sunday because I actually went out with some friends to watch the game because again I forgot that I can't watch it at home, so went out. But you had like so many different games. Like Cowboys game was kind of ending the same time the Carolina game was ending, so like people are cheering and I were like, who are you happy for? Because there was one other game I can't even remember, but it was fun to just be out and see everybody like losing their minds.
Well, that's Mark's new or his phrase now for us when we're watching in the end of that last 7 minutes of fourth quarter, he starts to say it's the witching hour.
Yeah.
Like, I said, what are you talking about? And then finally he said it. He goes, look at all these games. And then we were all like,
that's awesome. I love it.
Yeah, it is when all the tides kind of turn. You got to be careful. Like we're about to cover the spread or different things, especially those noon games. It's kind of wild.
Because there's so many of them going on at one time too, and then you're like, oh, why are there only 2 3:30 games? We got to spread this out more.
I know.
All right, Jordan,
tell
us about what's happening in college football.
So it would appear that John Mateer, the OU quarterback, who had hand surgery for a broken bone in his throwing hand less than 3 weeks ago, may make his return for Texas OU this weekend, which is wild to me. Yeah. Less than 3 weeks ago, he had this hand surgery. So keep an eye on that because that's obviously going to change the tide for the game. Yeah. Playing a quarterback who has only played Kent State, and don't get me wrong, like they've shut out Kent State. So, take that for what you will. But I feel like it still just changes the complexion of the game if Mateer does start. So
I cannot believe what kind of crazy doctor, magician person does this guy have that you can get surgery on your hand and come back in like 2 weeks, y'all. That is wild.
Right.
Well, and you wonder too, like, are we like should Venables be letting him do this? Should he, like, for the long-term health?
That's what I think. That's what I'm like, okay, you could be. I mean, y'all are 5-0 here. And
yeah, are you gonna risk extra injury to his hands to play your granted rival, huge game? I get it.
Yeah,
but I don't know. We'll see. Again, not a doctor. What do I know? Maybe there is some new procedure that I just that hasn't come out that we don't, isn't in the stories that we're reading about. But that's crazy.
I'm telling you, really crazy.
Yeah.
So we'll see what that means for our Longhorns. I told y'all, I'm going into the weekend. I've decided that my mindset is like, I am just here to have fun with my friends. And I can't wait to go to Dallas and enjoy a corn dog and, Campese's and Las Palmas and all the things we do. And our wonderful house that we have. And of course, I mean, I'm going to get competitive and I want to win, but I'm trying to have this mindset of I'm just here for the fun with my friends.
Sure. Just going to the state fair.
This morning, Michelle texted me and Stacy, and she's like, this is the first year I think I have absolutely zero idea what I'm going to wear on Saturday.
I know. Focus more on the outfits than the game. Maybe that's the take as well.
And I had in mind what I was going to wear. I mean, I know the top I'm wearing, and I got home and I was like, tried it on with shorts and some boots, and I was like, yep, that's going to work. And then I'm actually yanking out the old Dallas Cowboy cheerleader boots that Shelly got me to wear with my outfit.
So we're definitely going to need a photo.
They're white boots, and they're not like short, but they're not like all the way up to your knee kind of thing. They're like what the cheerleaders wear, and so. I'm sure that they're not like their caliber, but they're not fancy, but they work perfectly with like they match. So I was like,
they'll do.
There these work.
Love it.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that.
So I was like, well, at least I got that day part or that
good.
One. So
Yeah, I think I have my outfits picked out.
I think I have all of mine too. I actually probably even have a spare. Like
bonus. Oh, that's funny, y'all. I hadn't even thought. I guess I gotta figure out. Maybe I have a couple shirts that I got when I was there a couple weeks ago that I haven't worn yet. So might bring out one of those.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, as we're talking, our Longhorns did not play well. We lost in the swamp, and it was really depressing because we looked horrible, and we made Florida look like a really good team, and they're not. So that's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Our offensive line looked horrible. Our defensive line looked horrible. They ran the ball all over us. Like they were like the best rushing team in all of college football, which they're not. So we have a problem.
We seemed also like when you looking back, like even how like ran out, it was like we were like flat from the get go.
I know that Chase. I thought we were flat too. It's like to have an off week, to travel to the swamp.
Yeah.
First SEC game of the year, and you look a little flat.
Yeah. And it's like, and I don't even know if they granted, it's not the TV's job to like, show the other fans or show the sidelines, but it was like not seeing anything it kind of also lends you to where there was nothing for them to show from our side standpoint. Like there was no energy.
I feel like Bijan Robinson had more energy than the whole team.
Yeah.
And no one ain't for us anymore.
Riding the bus with them. Yeah. So I just have to, it's just this weird thing. I mean, like, I do think it is on the coaches that they should have been. I mean, you had 2 weeks to prepare for this game. But then I also know from the standpoint of having had my experience of working in the office and knowing like coaches can do all these things. And if players still haven't, our guys may have just been like, we're going to beat them which is not the right attitude to have.
No,
but it's definitely an easy attitude that college guys do have that can fall into.
Yeah, for sure. But I feel like we've not played well enough for anybody to have that attitude.
No, that is right as well.
It's not like we've been like blowing folks out. Yeah, I mean, we've not played well.
Like we talked about before we started recording, that looking back on things now, we've played our very best game against Ohio State.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
In
a hostile atmosphere.
Right.
Against
defense.
Yeah. To the number one team now, right now,
right.
They've maintained their level of play going into, now
I think the University of Miami is the number one team in football right now. The U looks good.
Okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's the interesting thing, the beauty of the play. I was about to say the beauty of the playoff, but we'll see I guess if they're seated right, then they won't match up. That's right. They can go all the way to the end.
Yeah.
They're not doing all that stupid conference crap.
Yeah.
I was talking today with a coworker and we're like, wait, how was Boise State in the playoff last year?
Yeah. That was
like, yeah. Anyway.
Well, I think that's what, after that show a couple weeks ago, that SEC schedule reveal thing.
The schedule show?
Yeah. And then they were talking about, because they were talking about how every, starting next year, it's going to be brutal for everybody, just playing everybody, in the course of the 4 years or however they're going to do it. And like, that our commissioner was like, this is what we're saying to y'all, like about the playoff and everything. You don't just go on undefeated, you go on quality of opponents and all that kind of stuff. So
yeah,
I forget what I was watching though, and I didn't love where it was just kind of the reality check is like, even in the playoff though, Texas has 2 losses now. Like it's gonna be hard to talk anyone over the 9-3. So like, even if they do turn it around, you kind of have no room for error at this point because I'm not gonna say it's a given, but like Georgia in Athens.
Yeah,
I don't know about that, y'all. Like, so there's 3. There's the 3rd loss right there. So you stumble one more time, and anything postseason, anything playoff is pretty much gone. So You hate that they dropped that Florida game. And just going back and looking at numbers too, like Texas 52 rushing yards to Florida's 159.
Yeah.
Like the yardage to me does look closer at the end of the game, but that's just because like, I guess, Arch kind of started running for his life and they completed a few big ones. But like, yeah, no, just the stat comparison, just numbers comparison. It was like, geez, Louise.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I don't know. And then what does Oklahoma have the best defense, y'all, in the nation right now?
Oh, y'all, that was what this is what I was pulling up to
I didn't know that.
Right here. One of their rushing defense. Where'd it go? Rushing defense. Actually, technically, Missouri has the best rushing defense in the nation, strangely enough. But Oklahoma is fifth with allowing a little over 74.5 rush yards per game. Although I will say, and this could have probably looked better before Saturdays, Texas is 11th and they are 79.6 rush yards per game. So before Saturday, like they were probably looking a lot better, a lot closer to Oklahoma at that point. But some other defenses.
Well, I'm remembering too that, I mean, we were so many times on defense, we were there. We just wouldn't even wrap up and
wrapping up. Oh gosh, that's
horrible.
Like,
they were just doing the bounce off. We were having the let's just try to knock you with my shoulder a bit, and it's like, stop it, knock them to the ground, please. Like
wrap them up. Or like a few of them, even they would wrap them up, and they somehow still got out. I'm like, what are we doing? That's a good point. That was frustrating me so much during the game. I forgot about that.
I'm like, come on, just, yeah.
Yep, I agree. So I don't know what to expect this weekend. Of course, usually I'm a hopeless optimist, and I'm gonna think we're gonna we're gonna stick around.
And this game is always that you can. Granted, the past couple of years we've been super, but I mean, 2 years ago we were like, we're gonna win, and they beat us at the very end, and then of course last year we expected to win, and we did. But I can go back to like some of those. I mean, like toward the end of Coach Brown's years, like, no, we don't have a chance. Case McCoy, we win. One of those years, Charlie Strong, like we have zero chance ever, and then we like shock them.
You never know.
This game is a I mean, you have to be prepared and you have to be up. If you're not playing with, energy and trying though, it's,
how could you not? It's a very cool environment,
Yeah.
I mean, most of y'all know, but it's the most rare situation where literally half the stadium is split Texas fans and half the stadium is split OU fans, but it's down the 50, which is never seen before. So it's like huge horseshoe, one end zone at the 50, the other one. So like fans are literally like shoulder to shoulder at the 50, which is basically unheard of. And so it's a really, really unique experience. And I don't know how you're not fired up in that stadium. So
exactly. I mean, that's the loudest I ever cheer for our band and everything.
Yeah. Both full bands are there. You know what I mean? It's really like a really cool, unique experience. So we'll hope for the best.
Well, I was still scrolling through the team stats though, which just to temper our expectations a little more. Oklahoma leads the nation in team sacks, team tackles for loss, and probably what you were talking about earlier, Katie, total defense.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Well, if the offensive line looked like it did, their Arch is going to be running for his life again.
Yep. Yeah. I don't know. We got to do something different. They got to figure this out.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully, it was a fluke game for Texas's defense, though, because they have not looked like that.
No,
all season. They have not looked like that all season.
That wasn't like that in a couple of years,
right?
Fair.
I mean, that was the most disappointing and shocking thing of the day. Our defense got so beat up and just looked so bad. So, well, and I don't know, anything else happened in college football over the weekend? I know, like I said, Miami beat Florida State. That was a big game. Miami looked really good.
Yeah, I think everybody. I mean, Alabama ended up beating Vanderbilt. That was good. I think that was kind of close for a while. A&M broke away from Mississippi State.
Yeah. Iowa State ended up getting beat. I think they were favored.
Right. Yeah.
It's kind of, we were hoping Iowa State was going to come back and win, but they didn't. Yeah. So it was kind of like you're right saying it was a lot of other games were kind of happened as they should have. Not a lot of upsets there. So, and this week,
that's what I was
big games besides us.
What I was looking up this weekend besides us. Alabama's playing Missouri, so that's pretty decent. That's 8-14.
Yeah.
That's actually going to be an interesting one because I know, like, I feel like we thought that kind of last week with Alabama taking on Vanderbilt. So I'm curious to see if it's like continued success or if it was just like
right.
A lot of people thought Alabama just got more up for it because they were expecting Vanderbilt to beat them.
Yeah.
I mean, there's got to be more. Let's see, Washington State at Ole Miss. That's kind of interesting. Non-conference, right there in the middle of things.
Yeah.
Indiana and Oregon are playing each other. That's a 7-3 matchup.
Ohio State, Illinois is 117, so not very close, but like ranked top 25.
Yeah.
The 7-3, yeah, that'll be good.
Well, maybe Florida can do it again. They're playing A&M.
There you go.
See, and then and you know what's funny? Okay, I posed this question to you then.
Gators.
If Florida pulls it off against A&M now, do you think that Florida is
better,
actually a solid team than anybody gave them credit for? Because that's another thing. You watch Billy Napier's presser, and he's kind of like, I think one thing that jumped out at me, because I didn't care that much about Florida football last year, but I guess they had a similar situation where like they started slow, but finished the season pretty strong.
And I think everything hinges on that quarterback.
Like, yeah, because when they played LSU, he had 5 interceptions. He threw 5 interceptions.
Wow.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But last year he was hurt against us.
So he didn't play.
He didn't play. And then he came back. So they ended the season strong. And then I kept hearing leading up to our game, even in the off season or like in August and then the weeks leading up to the past week, it was always like that quarterback, their quarterback. And I'm like, dude, what's so great about this lightweight guy? But yeah, obviously he did fine. He like hobbled around on one leg and we couldn't get him.
I know. Casey and I were both yelling, he's hurt. Come get him.
Why?
Playing on one leg. And we still couldn't get to him.
Sorry, I'm all like hobbling around on one leg. So, they might be better, and I don't know if he played in the game where they lost. That they lost to a lesser opponent where everybody, was like, let's, everybody have a panic attack. And so,
well, that's kind of good. I hope go Gators, Gator Chomp.
I know.
Yeah. Here for it.
I'm trying to see if there was anything else that I saw that was, there's more. And I guess I'm kind of like, had sort of been living under a rock, didn't realize that Texas Tech was,
Oh, their offense is like number 1 offense.
Yeah.
Going off the charts.
Maybe we should have paid that $5 million for that O lineman.
Look, hindsight is 2020, my friend.
Yeah. He's got this year. All right. Well,
that would be something. That would be something down the road, though. I would crack up if Texas Tech and Texas A&M had to face each other in playoff.
I would love that. Oh, bring it on! Bring it on.
In that case, I don't want either one of them to go, but if they're going
to, I know. But right now they're both poised and ready to be in it. So obviously, I know there's plenty of stuff that still goes on. I'm like, it's way out there, but at the same time, it things accumulate quick.
It's not out of the question. Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I
love it.
I think Texas Tech has definitely got
a shot.
I think I heard that. I don't know. I haven't looked at their schedule, nor would I know anything about the Big 12. I haven't paid any kind of attention. But when they played Utah, supposedly that was supposed to be their toughest
game on the schedule.
Because they were, playing them on the road and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm sure every game in Lubbock now is like, Red Raider mania.
Oh, I'm sure. Lots of tortillas getting thrown on the field.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Man, that's crazy. BYU is also, and I haven't looked at BYU schedule either, but you got talking about the Big 12 maybe.
Well, yeah, they are. Yeah, because last week they were
5-0, 2-0 in Big 12 too.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Well, I saw my dad sent me the weirdest, it was some like coaching carousel, something or other, like weirdest dominoes that could fall in the coaching carousel off season. And it was that Kalani Sitake left BYU to go to UCLA. And then BYU poached Sark. And then Texas poached Lane Kiffin from Ole Miss.
Oh, Lord. Wow.
I was like, can you imagine Lane Kiffin in Austin?
No, thank you.
I like Sark. I hope that does not happen. I really like Sark. I'm just like, I can't even imagine.
I don't see Sark choosing to go to BYU.
Leaving for BYU. He needs give him 10 more years and then he can retire in BYU.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
Let him have the glory days here in Austin and then he can go back to his alma mater to just ride it out. But
well, should we go with the rest of Around the Horns? We've been talking about our football team. You guys got the other good Texas info?
Well, our volleyball team continues to just cruise and dominate, and they had 2 more road sweeps. That's like 7 straight sweeps. That's lame. And obviously Nebraska is just as good because we can't seem to. I mean, we've remained at 2. You know, it's like so Nebraska's not falling out either, but that's fine. And then Kari Spears was like co-SEC Freshman of the Week again. I think it's her fourth time.
That's crazy.
Definitely continue again. I think we are back and play Tennessee on Wednesday night, which will, by the time this airs, will have already occurred, and that's at Gregory, and then Alabama on Sunday there.
Nice.
And you know who is weirdly good this season, or maybe they've kind of been good, but I don't really care. A&M is second, tied for the top of SEC standings with us.
Really?
Yes. Both teams are 4-0 in conference play right now. Although Texas is 12-2 overall, and A&M has 12. Texas is 12-0, A&M is 12-2.
Okay.
But that was interesting. I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting to see like Kentucky and Florida and the other normal SEC powerhouses.
Well, our UT baseball team had a, whatever you want to call them, an early fall game against Lamar, and we lost on Friday night. Casey and Barn and Mark went. I did not go. I had a rough day of AISD drama, so I chilled at home with some wine and PJ. And but yeah, I heard it was fun.
It was fun to be out there.
Yeah, I heard it was a good crowd, big crowd. Lots of people inside the stadium. Lots of folks in left field. But we lost. That's all right. But overall, like our baseball transfer class is ranked number 3 in the nation by D1 Baseball. So I think we have lots of talent. I think we're going to be good. I think we have lots of amazing freshman talent and pitching. The guys that we brought in, I think from Notre Dame and other places around the nation are going to be good. And I think our guys that came back are super competitive and ready to, compete for their positions as well. So it should be fun.
You reminded me, though, something we would be remiss not to mention. On Friday night with the news about Scott Wilson.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Scott, long time, I'm sure any of you listening know that name as soon as we mentioned it, but suffered a heart attack at the Jacksonville airport. So he is still currently in the hospital in Florida. So we're sending our thoughts to him. That was kind of, it made me tear up thinking like, that's the first football game he's missed since the 70s.
Yeah.
Wow.
He was supposed to get into 600 home and away or something like that. And, he was on his way to the game in Jacksonville. So that's why he was there in Florida. And it's crazy. But yeah, his family is sharing that he's still in ICU. He's still sedated. Yeah. Still not awake. And he's running a fever, but they're trying to figure out what's going on. But yeah, lots of prayers and love to Scott Wilson and his family. I'm sure Casey, I've known him for 25 years plus.
I've got to attend his famous parties called Rag Fest back when I was in college.
Yeah.
There were his parties, like he would have one and it'd be like after, that was when we on his conference. And so, we'd have a double Friday night game and a doubleheader on Saturday usually. So then it was like that after that Saturday doubleheader, whichever, weekend he picked, then it was like all the players' parents went. I mean, all of the Wild Bunch was there, their whole group, and then players and players' parents and us. And there's on my baseball thread that I'm on, the guys who start laughing about, they'll start talking about, I guess there was like a prize for whoever caught the paper in the morning, like actually stayed awake. So when we switched to having 3-game series, Coach Gus kind of was like, let's cool it with the staying there to catch the paper business.
That's awesome. Oh, that's
smart. We invited many times. We've never.
I knew he couldn't stop going to the party, but it was like, let's not be there all into the morning hours.
Yeah, I do have I pulled it out last night just randomly though. I was putting on like a t-shirt for bed, and I have a Scott Wilson caddy. Like I got to drive the caddy t-shirt.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh, Scott. But yeah. I mean, I think his sister posted it like, he's in like, kind of grouchy, ornery old man. Like they're even seeing his stubbornnness, come out as
the nurses. Yeah.
So, hoping that serves him well. And so, yeah, but dude, love that man. He's a legend, a Longhorn legend for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, we got one more on the horn who was told.
Yeah. I can't, I guess, since I'm sort of know about it. Farrah O'Keefe actually is really cool. We had 5 Lady Longhorns participating for various international teams in the World Amateur Team Championships. I don't know if this is something new or not, but Farrah O'Keefe, she's an American, and the Team USA won that tournament, and she's currently ranked number 7 as a ladies amateur in the country. So, or just, I don't know, it's country nation. So I think that's really nice or cool that we have her. And then, then we also have Lauren Kim. She represented Canada, and Cindy Su and Selena Liao, I looked that up, pronouncing that correctly, from Chinese Taipei, and then Vivian Liu from New Zealand. So
very cool.
I feel like it's very impressive that we have that many.
That's crazy. That's awesome.
Doing that well. I mean, and I'm pretty sure, I think our team we're ranked in the top 5 plays, and they'll get started. I want to say it's another week, and then they finally get started back into like collegiate competition. So
awesome. I love that. I actually had an addition because I didn't realize that the men's basketball schedule came out, and I know
it just came out.
New coach,
Miller Time.
That's great. But obviously, it was already known that Texas was going to kick it off against Duke here in Charlotte. So happy to host anyone that comes for that. Although I know we're not really a hoops fan thing. I know Forrest will be here.
Oh, that's fine.
But because did y'all know he's a Duke fan?
No.
Duke basketball, only basketball. Because it was so funny. One time he hit me up. He was like, "I saw you were in Durham. Could you go get me a new shirt?" I was like, "Yeah, I got you, man."
Oh, these random teams.
Yeah. I'm a Duke fan. I mean, I would love to go to Cameron Indoor. I'm not gonna lie. It seems I'm a legit basketball fan. So
I don't have anything against Duke. I'm
great basketball,
just being that way. Actually, I'm all for their little phenom, because we were already talking about need to be paying attention to the Mavericks schedule.
Yeah. I always said I would love to go to Cameron Indoor, and I would love to go to
Allen Fieldhouse.
Yeah, Allen Fieldhouse. Yeah. Go to the Jayhawks. I would love to wave the wheat and be a Kansas Jayhawk. So
a Jayhawk. Nice. So some other notable ones for SEC play, at least. Tennessee is one of Mississippi State's technically the first SEC game, but then Tennessee's the second one in Knoxville. A&M will be in Austin on January 17th. Kentucky, yikes.
What about Ole Miss?
I would say Ole Miss is in Austin on February 7th.
That'll be interesting. Chris Beard coming back.
Yeah.
And is Rick Barnes still the coach at Tennessee?
I say I thought so. Yeah. That's why I thought that one's interesting.
Yeah.
LSU, February 17th. That'll be a fun one, I feel like. Florida, February 25th in Austin. A&M, the 28th in College Station. Arkansas, the 4th in Fayetteville. And then they end the regular season against Oklahoma on March 7th in Austin.
Okay.
It's kind of stacked. I mean, we play several of the teams twice, like home.
That's what I thought. We played most of them twice, but I know like Tennessee, I only see on there once. But...
Right. Tennessee, Alabama, Vanderbilt.
I mean, it's a fun home slate too.
Yeah.
LSU, Ole Miss coming. Yeah, like you said, Chris Beard coming back. Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so that'll be a fun home slate. I love that.
Yeah.
So hopefully Miller time pans out.
I know.
Yeah, I'm here for it.
All right, y'all. Well, I'm excited to check in after this OU weekend, and we are going to have a blast and have fun, and hopefully the Horns do too.
If anybody listening and attends the Texas OU game, we hang out at the Old Mill Inn. If you want to come find us, that's where we are. So
yeah, what time are you getting there?
What, probably about 10:30, Katie? So
yeah,
probably.
So that's my hope. That's my hope.
Yeah. Yeah, you're usually the one that we're kind of, come on, Kelly, let's go.
They're all up at like 7 a.m. and I'm like, can I sleep for a minute?
Just rest. We need rest. It's a long day, especially with the 3 or what is it, 2:30 Central Time, 3:30.
Yeah.
Look, the game is not kicking off at 11 a.m., y'all. There is no need to be there when the fair gate.
Last year, I wasn't up with the crack of dawn either. I remember. I mean, I was ready when it a little bit later, but
right.
I think I actually can.
The plan was if the traffic doesn't look bad, and then we have to be ready by what time, Case? Like 9:30, I think 9:30 or 10.
I think it was like 9:30. Yeah.
And then it was like, okay, the traffic doesn't look bad on the phone on your Google Maps, and then we're gonna stay here and have a mimosa. But that did not happen. They're like, go, 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 and I'm like, oh my god.
I thought, what about the mimosas?
What about the mimosas? Can we just relax?
Just give me one.
It's fine. I just like to sleep, y'all. That's like one of my favorite things to do.
Well, I do remember last year. I remember. So I'm sure that meant that we partied on Friday. That I slept solid Friday night. It's when I, if I'm get excited and wake up and all of a sudden it's like, oh, okay, it's the day of the game. You get all fired up, and then I just toss and turn and I'm just getting up, But I do remember last year I actually did sleep and my alarm went off. It was like, oh, I got to get up.
That's great. I love that. Well, I'll be missing you guys. We are doing our we're doing our watch party, so I will be with Texas fans, but I'll be having severe FOMO of everyone at the fair with your paper cups of beer and your corn dogs and your turkey legs. I think Rocky is going to have a turkey leg for me.
Have you ever attended as a fan, or did you always work? Or did you get to
I got to go as a fan before I went to. This is kind of a funny story. So my mom's side of the family, not my mom went to SFA, but my uncle and all his kids went to OU. They've been, all my uncle has 8 or 9 siblings. A bunch of them went to OU, so they've been OU family for a long time. So I actually, in my Texas, I think maybe it was a Colt McCoy jersey, went to the Sooner Foundation breakfast before Texas OU with my uncle in my Texas jersey.
That is hilarious. I love it.
It happened to be one of those years that Texas won, so I was so smug. And of course I was 14, 15 at this point.
Yeah.
So smug though. It was great. But that may have been the last time. I have gotten to go for work, or either for work or when I was a student, covering the game for Texas Student Television. So I've been back. So that's been cool. But yeah, I probably need to go back now that I'm an actual adult and not working. So next year, that my thing this year was just like, hopefully make it to a game, regular season game. So we did that. Good. So next year, regular season game and Texas OU specifically, we'll do 2.
Yeah.
But yeah, that'll be fun. I can't wait to see all the pictures and hear all the stories.
Okay. We will have fun, no doubt.
It is fun.
We will miss you, Jordan. We definitely have to make a goal to come very soon.
I will.
All right. Well, y'all have a wonderful week.
Y'all as well.
I feel like I should also say it's like, I feel like I should say it's 6:59 and OU still sucks.
I love it. OU still sucks.
Still sucks.
And we will see you in the quote left field of the fairgrounds, also known as the Old Mill Inn.
The State Fair of Texas.
Howdy, folks.